Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to a news cycle on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Uyi Agumofwegbe, reminding our viewers that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. You can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our 247 broadcasts. Bayes University Abuja has commemorated its 14th Founders Day, reaffirming its commitment to academic excellence, innovation, and leadership development. Sharon Ajay was there for us.
The event brought together distinguished scholars, policy makers, and students to reflect on the institution's remarkable journey and its vision for the future. The founder and chancellor of the institution, Senator Dr. Datti Baba Ahmed, who spoke virtually, reaffirmed the institution's unwavering commitment to academic distinction, research excellence, and national development, encouraging students to uphold the values of integrity and knowledge. In a welcome address, Vice Chancellor Professor Jamila Shuhara highlighted the university's evolution from its modest beginnings in 2011 to a leading institution in Nigeria's higher education landscape.
In our 14 years of operation, we celebrate today the following. We have 9 faculties today. The Faculty of Management and Social Sciences, the Faculty of Law, the Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Environmental Sciences, the Faculty of Computing and Information Technology, the Faculty of Allied and Health Sciences, the Faculty of Basic Medical Sciences, the Faculty of Basic Clinical Sciences, and the Faculty of Clinical Sciences.
The keynote address was delivered by Dr. Ruben Abati, a renowned journalist and public intellectual who spoke on leadership in a disruptive era, ethics, accountability, and the future of governance in Nigeria. Dr. Abati underscores the importance of ethical leadership, transparency, and innovation in governance, urging stakeholders to embrace progressive reforms.
The ability to respond effectively to crisis determines the level of public trust in governance. Further, leadership must leverage technological advancement to improve governance efficiency. E-governance initiatives, digital record-keeping, and data-driven decision-making can enhance transparency and reduce bureaucratic inefficiencies. The integration of technology into governance requires leaders who are technologically literate and committed to digital transformation.
The Founders Day celebration at Bayes University stands as a testament to the institution's commitment to academic excellence, innovation, and community engagement. As the university continues to grow, it remains dedicated to nurturing intellectual creativity and critical thinking. Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
Thank you so very much, Sharon, for your reporting. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has activated its standby force to combat terrorism in the sub-region. The regional body had in October last year hinted at the establishment of a 5,000-man kinetic force to tackle terrorism in the region. Speaking at the 43rd Ordinary Meeting of the Regional Body's Committee of Chiefs of Defense Staff in Abuja, Minister of Defense Abubakar Badru says the activation of this force underscores the collective determination of member countries to confront the threats of terrorism. The House of Representatives has ordered a total shutdown of porn websites nationwide. It directed the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) to enforce the immediate shutdown of the websites in the country. The House gave the directive during plenary today. The lawmakers suggested that the internet providers must block access under this new directive. The First Lady of Imo State, Barrister Chioma Uzodimma, has been conferred with an honorary doctorate degree in public administration by Hezekiah University, Umudi in Nkwere local government area of the state. The recognition highlights her contributions to public service and humanitarian efforts in the state. Our correspondent, Marachi Ibe, now reports.
It was a moment of celebration and recognition as the First Lady of Imo State, Barrister Chioma Uzodimma, received an honorary doctorate degree from Hezekiah University, Umudim. Speaking at the event, Governor Hope Uzodimma thanked the institution for the recognition, describing it as well-deserved. He applauded the First Lady's dedication to public service and her commitment to improving the lives of Imo citizens.
Let me use this opportunity to thank the leadership and management of this institution for finding fit and deeming it necessary to honor my wife today with this excellent award.
Governor Hope Uzodimma also commended President Bola Tinubu for his strides in the education sector, emphasizing the importance of continued investment in learning and human capital development.
I must commend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for recalibrating the entire education system in Nigeria, introducing scholarships, introducing students' loan program, funding primary, secondary, and tertiary institutions.
Expressing gratitude for the honor, Barrister Chioma Uzodimma reaffirmed her commitment to advancing programs that support women, children, and vulnerable groups in the state.
I stand before you today with profound gratitude and deep humility, honored to receive this doctorate in public administration from Hezekiah University. This is not just a recognition of personal achievements, but a reaffirmation of the power of education, public service, and the role of women in shaping a more just and equitable society.
As she marked this milestone, many believe that the recognition will inspire her to continue championing impactful initiatives for the benefit of the people. In Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV.
Amarachi, we appreciate you for your reporting. The Supreme Court has affirmed Lucky Aiyedatiwa of the All Progressives Congress APC as the governor of Ondo State. In the late judgment delivered by Justice Garba Lawal, the Apex Court dismissed the appeal of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and its governorship candidate, Agbola Ajayi, seeking to nullify Aiyedatiwa's victory. The appellants had sought to nullify the election of Aiyedatiwa over allegations of discrepancies in his running mate's Ola Ide Adelomi's name change and also challenge the legitimacy of Aiyedatiwa and the All Progressives Congress. Still staying with politics, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the River State government have kicked against the call by a faction of the All Progressives Congress for the resignation or impeachment of Governor Siminalayi Fubara. The development comes as Fubara says he will not be deterred by threats from those pushing to disrupt governance through the instigation of political crisis in the state. He warned against any acts of lawlessness and insisted that his path would remain focused on ensuring peace. Kebbi State government has confirmed that 26 people have died following a suspected outbreak of cerebrospinal meningitis in 3 local government areas in the state. The 3 local government areas are Aliero, Gwandu, and Jega. Commissioner for Health Musa Ismaila confirmed this during a press briefing in Birnin Kebbi, the state capital. Angry youths in Naka, Benue State have set fire to the palace of Ternagi Chief Daniel Abonse and part of the Gwer local government area secretariat while protesting the killing of 3 people. The violence erupted after suspected armed herders reportedly killed 3 operatives of the Benue Civil Protection Guards at Garowa community in the local government. The bodies of the victims were brought to Naka in the early hours of today, triggering protests that escalated into destruction. Justice Yentude Ekmeiro of the Lagos State High Court sitting in Ikeja has adjourned the hearing of a suit filed by the reinstated Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, to March 17, 2025. Obasa is challenging his removal as Speaker on January 13, 2025, following allegations of fraud, high-handedness, abuse of office, and gross misconduct leveled against him by 35 lawmakers. The respondents in the suit include members of the Lagos State House of Assembly and former Speaker Mojeshola Meranda. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, is set to probe the Osun State Government's ex-commissioner for local government and chieftaincy matters, Adebayo Adeleke, as the agency invited him for questioning. A media aide to Adeleke, Kazim Mohammed, who confirmed the receipt of the letter by his principal, says he will honor the invitation soon. Mohammed, who said Adeleke was met by the ICPC officials that brought the letter while leaving the premises of a radio station in Osogbo, the state capital, in the evening, noted that the ex-commissioner was not arrested, as speculated on social media. A Sokoto State Ministry of Health has warned citizens to remain extra vigilant as the state has witnessed rising cases of meningitis in some local government areas of the state. Commissioner stated that the warning became necessary as most of the samples collected from the suspected cases and sent to laboratory for investigation by the ministry were confirmed to be meningitis. He noted that the ministry has intensified surveillance, case management, and public health intervention to curb the spread of the dreaded disease. The police command in Lagos State has detained 2 Pakistani nationals among other criminal suspects for various offenses committed from February 27 to date. The command spokesperson, CSP Benjamin Udeyi, confirmed this during a press briefing at the command's headquarters in Ikeja. Udeyi stated that among those arrested were 2 Pakistani nationals who had kidnapped their fellow countrymen and demanded a ransom of 50 million naira. Enugu State Government has vowed to investigate and arrest individuals engaged in illegal task force of collecting revenue from scavengers in the state. Secretary to the State Government, Professor Chidebere Onya, disclosed this in Enugu. He decried the activities of the illegal task force. Onya also said the state government will investigate the report and punish, I should say, those parading themselves as members according to provisions of the law. This is Global Television. You're watching the live broadcasts of News Cycle with Uyi Agumofwebe. When the rest of the news returns shortly, U.S. to cancel 83% of USAID programs. We'll have those details and more stories for you. After this short break, please stay with us.
Do you know that Global Television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch Global Television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to Global Television.
Thank you for staying with us, everyone. The rest of the news now returns with business, where Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, has revealed that the federal government is liaising with other countries to provide remote work opportunities for Nigerian youths. Bagudu made this known at the KPMG Budget 2025 Day. He stated that Nigeria is one of Africa's largest youth populations. He stated also that the National Bureau of Statistics has noted the country's unemployment rate dropped to 4.3% in the second quarter of 2024 from 5.3% in the first quarter. The Nigeria Labour Force Survey indicated that the labor force participation rates among the working age population increased to 79.5% in second quarter 2024 from 77.3% in the first quarter of last year. Compressed natural gas users in Abuja have called on the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, and the federal government to improve the commodities availability across the country. Business correspondent Samuel Odi now completes the story.
Following the removal of fuel subsidy, the Nigerian government has launched a presidential compressed natural gas initiative to drive the adoption of CNG across transportation sector, aiming to provide relief on the cost of living and reduce reliance on petrol. A cross-section of Nigerians have commended the president's initiative on driving the adoption of CNG, despite availability being a challenge. The price of CNG is more cost-effective as it is sold at 230 naira, while fuel sells for between 860 naira and 890 naira.
CNG is sold at 230 naira here in Abuja per ACM, while petrol is 800 and something in some filling stations. So if you want to compare, like my car now, it's 5,000 naira that I fill it. But if I want to use fuel, it's 60,000 naira that I can fill. So you can compare the difference. So it's very, very economical and very good and very safe to use.
Due to the lack of availability, some drivers express their grievances over the amount of time they have to spend on the queue before they can purchase the compressed natural gas.
6 in the morning, this CNG would enjoy, but 6 in the morning, I did here 5 o'clock, I did do along. I know if you come out to work, the thing they very hard. And I beg, with the beg president, this way he initiate to us, it is very, very good. I would thank him so much. But the only thing is that advice I won't give government before you go bring something come to introduce to the public. Make you try put provision in place first before bringing those things out. Now the thing they would enjoy, but to get out there very hard.
Users of compressed natural gas speak about the safety and durability of the commodity.
Depends on the conversion. If it's from a locally, although they have stopped it, the ones that happen in Benin is a local made cylinder. So since then we have not been having any issue concerning explosion. So the safety and is very okay for engine.
The availability of CNG station is a key factor in its adoption, over which Nigerians have called on the president and NNPC to build more CNG stations. Nigerians have hailed the president for the initiative of the compressed natural gas, and they have actually confessed to the fact that it is way more cheaper and safer for them to use for their cars as well. But they've made complaint that availability has been a concern when it comes to the compressed natural gas. They've called on the president to make more availability and create more initiatives to have this compressed natural gas all over the country. Samuel Odi reporting for Global Television News.
Business correspondent Samuel Odi there reporting. Let's take you to the foreign scene now, where China has expressed hope and lasting solution to the 3-year war between Ukraine and Russia ahead of talks due involving Ukrainian and U.S. officials in Saudi Arabia. China supports all efforts that contribute to a peaceful resolution of the crisis, said the Foreign Ministry spokesman Mao Ning when asked about the talks at a conference in Beijing. Meanwhile, Ukraine will present the United States a plan for a partial ceasefire with Russia, hoping to restore support from its key benefactor, which under President Donald Trump has demanded concessions to end the 3-year war. The talks in Saudi Arabia come as Russia has ramped up attacks against Ukraine and Kiev has hit back, including with an overnight attack on Moscow involving dozens of drones. That's according to the city's mayor. The meeting will be the most senior since a disastrous White House visit last month when Trump berated Ukraine's president Volodymyr Zelensky for perpetrated ingratitude of the East, including the border towns of Goma and Bukavu. He's also too afraid to cross. And now some excitement from sports. Super Eagles head coach Eric Shelley is set to announce his final 23-man squad this week ahead of Nigeria's crucial 2026 World Cup qualifying fixtures against Rwanda and Zimbabwe later this month. The Malian tactician, who released an expanded provisional squad of 39 players last week, has kept the Nigerian football community waiting as fans eagerly anticipate his selection for what will be his debut matches in charge of the 3-time African champions. His appointment comes at a critical juncture for Nigerian football, with the Super Eagles World Cup qualification hopes hanging by a thread after a disastrous start to their campaign that has yielded only 3 points from a possible 12. Nottingham Forest defender Ola Aina has emerged as the best ball winner in defensive areas across Europe's top 5 leagues, that's according to statistics. The 28-year-old fullback has been a standout performer for Forest this season, playing over 2,500 minutes in all competitions and delivering his most impressive campaign yet at the top level. His defensive dominance has been instrumental in Forest's solid backline, contributing significantly to goalkeeper Marcellus' 12 Premier League clean sheets, the highest in the division this season and the joint most of Aina's career. That's, well, a milestone of some kind now, isn't it? Let's bring Global Television news cycle to an end with gratitude to you for spending a part of your time with us. Just a quick reminder that you can find Global Television on DSTV channel 365, Star Times 276, as well as follow us across all social media platforms using the handle at Global TV NG and other handles as you now see on your screen. We also would love to remind you that you can download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our 24/7 broadcasts. I am Uyi Agumofwebe saying a big thank you to you for watching. Bye-bye.